like most professions in the world now, everybody's job is watching TV. So the sound engineer, the front of house sound engineer, Bill for Dream Theater, his job is watching TV here.
We have
Nice
more
job.
screens than you can shake a stick at here.
Yes, there are a lot of screens.
And actually,
And most of these screens enable Bill just to make things louder. Right.
The guitar
and we
already
even
is
have
loud,
we
though.
even have a video switcher so that we have to have less screens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was handy that VER is a video company that
Yes.
they can spare a $3,000 piece of gear just to
Just to run
cut
front of
down the
house
number
and
of screens.
sound.
So this is the board. This is the kind of slider thing that I want on my
Yeah,
keyboard.
so
Yeah, these
wanna be able to-
you want things to go
100
like
millimeter.
this and whoa.
Yeah, but I want to be able to see what the things are routed for each patch.
Yep.
you
And if
got
there's a slider per
info.
one, I want to be able to have it highlighted so I can.
So you've already got your touch screens on the keyboards, but you also need the little
information
Yeah.
follow
Yeah.
your encoder.
the small
These are endless
LEDs.
knobs.
They are endless knobs.
Endless.
Yeah.
Love this.
Until the data runs to the end, but they keep
Right,
spinning.
right, sure, right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. So we have an Avid Council, which is very friendly with Pro Tools, and so this console it receives all its inputs from microphones and such on stage, sends it down one piece of fiber cable to the console, and then it appears on individual channels. And as well, you can record those individual channels as if it was a recording studio, and then play them back without the band being here to have a virtual sound check.
Does that mean I can stay home on the next tour if I want to?
It's possibly if you phone in your parts.
Phone in a hologram or whatever. I have to have a regular digital.
Oh, then we'll back
connection
to
for that.
video. We have to
Yeah.
have.
Right.
Actually, most people, they just do it posthumously, so we'd have to arrange that.
Right. I'd rather not.
Maybe
do that
that's
at
not
this
a good
point.
Yeah,
option.
maybe that's not a good
I'll
option.
have to hang in there for a little while longer.
And here I see 32 faders, but that's not enough for our show, so how many layers are you running?
Well, that's not enough for the drums,
enough.
actually. No, yeah, we got 32, and then we're into some others. No, there's 32 inputs for the.
So just for the drums, it's 32 faders.
Literally?
He's
32
such a
faders
he's
for the
such a
drums.
hog, isn't he?
Oh my god. How many for the keyboards?
How many for the keyboard? So we have.
There's got to be 12.
These are stereo
let's
pairs.
say Kronos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Kronos.
stereo pairs.
Kronos left and right.
in this
What's
show.
KRAES? What'll all be? Oh, my
That's
iPad.
the
my
digital
iPad.
out from the Kronos.
Pro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kronos AES
Oh,
output.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the PT9KL?
So that was all Pro Tools stuff,
Oh, okay.
and so this console and this configuration is still from the last tour. So the inputs still appear, and they're there if we wanted to use them.
So we could do
As
the
is the
astonishing
Kronos.
quickly, or
Yeah,
Images and
if
words
you-
and beyond.
Wow.
So desired, we
Right.
can go to that.
Right.
And then what else we got to show
What's all
you?
the outboard stuff?
So most of
What
the
are you using?
there's very little outboard pieces of gear going on in here,
Mhm.
but there are two reverbs that are a little bit, quite a bit more high end than you would see as a plug-in, and with more parameters.
Okay. Those are what you use on vocals or a
And
bunch of
they are an all-around one that gets used also for drums, and a two-channel unit that does vocal and some key reverb or guitar reverb if it's a drive menu.
What's the name of your favorite reverb box?
favorite reverb box?
Yeah.
These
one
two
you
are
use
the
then.
Lexicons and the TCM 6000 algorithms are kind of the best I think that there are.
And how does mixing Dream Theater compare in your mind with mixing other bands or other situations? Is there anything that stands out as a particular challenge, or is
Well,
something that's
let's see.
Easier.
There's more
harder?
guitars than the usual symphony you've been mixing.
There are that. More amplifiers. But it is, let's see, what's different about it? What's different about it is that the caliber of players is extremely more high-end than most other rock bands. And it is almost like mixing a jazz outfit where players do the work, and it's not necessarily the artistic part doesn't come so much from the sound guy. There's a lot of dynamic that happens with you guys, and it happens all by itself.
And the PA that we've been carrying. What do
So
we...
the PA is a Meyer Lion PA, and it's strategically black on black today.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can see it in your phone, but there's 2 caterpillars up there.
Yeah, you
and
can't see it.
It's a pretty highly technical PA of the era.
Right.
So today you've got on each side 12 over 4 over 4 subs.
Over 4 subs, yeah, and that all gets in one of our numerous displays. That all gets equalized and adjusted in
That
this
computer?
program here,
Whenever is convenient for you, no hurry.
which talks to devices that are on stage via fiber and via Cat5 for control. And then there's this measurement system here that we use with a microphone and place out in the audience in various places and measure the response to the system and try to make it so that what you put into the system is what you hear in the acoustic space you are in.
Basically makes the engineer smart.
Yeah. And one final question that I have is, how did you particularly learn to do this, and what do you recommend for some of the people watching that might want to get into this line of work?
Well, when I began, there were no schools, no
me.
Yeah,
Synthesizers.
there was just apprentice. I was a player in a band, and I also worked for friends' bands because I was a guy who cared about the audio. Some people didn't, right?
Right.
So went from there to working for some bands, and then working for a sound company, and then working for bigger bands, and it was an evolution.
Yeah.
Nowadays, though, there are some really competent schools that cover a lot of things, and some are pricey, but some are quite worth the expense, and it's treated as a profession where it was more a trade, some 20, 30 years ago. So
There's also the old school method: put $1,000 cash into an envelope and find the nearest sound engineer.
yes, and you can find him at 1809.
Well, very cool. So, that gives a lot of information for our wonderful fan club. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Bill.
We'll see
Right.
you.
We'll see you
On the
on the road, baby. That's right.